Hello, my DIY queens. Welcome back again to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be learning how to make this beautiful feathers bridal hand fan. So before then, if you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do subscribe. Click on the button, click on the notification bell, and subscribe and join this beautiful family. So here are the materials I'll be needing for this beautiful hand fan. I'll be needing my letters for the name on it. I'll be needing feathers, the appliques, a foam, then the base itself, and a hand fan for the base. I'm using this rubber hand fan. So, and I'll be using a material. So for this particular hand fan, I'm using a doll face. This material is a doll face. So, and I'm using color wine because the shade of the hand fan itself is wine. So the way I'm wrapping it, that's the way you're going to wrap it around your fan, so to give it a base where the feathers will be staying on. So after which I'll go in to glue it down with a gum. So after doing that face, I'll do the other face the same way, so I'll have a beautiful base for the background of my hand fan. Then I'll go in to start gluing my feather. So just watch the way I'm gluing the material on it in a very neat way, so that you can have a very professional job. So I'll be going in with the next face to cover the other part of the other face of the hand fan. So I'll move on to glue my feathers on it. So before then, I'll be measuring where my letters will stay on, so that I can know the fitting, if it's going to be slightly placed or curved. So but let's just watch this and see the way I'm gluing down my material. Like I said, that's perfectly done. So if there's any, it has to be smoothly done on it, so that it won't give any bulky effect on the feather. So I'm going in with the handle, and on the handle is kind of short, so I'm trying to give it an extension. So by doing so, I added a little fiber to it. Then I'm sticking it with with a paper tape to and a stick. So before the fiber, I added a little stick, then the fiber on it. I think the part is not recorded, but that was what I did before adding my paper tape to attach it together to the initial length. So after which I went in with my applique to wrap it around the handle, so that it can give a golden effect on the handle. So I'm going to use a tassel. So before getting to the end, I added a tassel to it, so that I can wrap everything all together, including the tassel. So moving on, I'll be going in with the feathers. So let's wrap all this together before moving on to the feathers. So with all this being done, I'm moving on to the feather segment. So right now I'm trying to make a placement on how my feather is going to be placed on the base before permanently gluing it down. So you have to make sure it is well arranged before going in with your gun. So I'm making necessary placements before gluing it down. So this face is just for you to just glue down at the proper placement. Then you go in with your gum to glue. So you have to be very careful while using your gum because it tends to be very hot when it gets in contact with your skin. It can get burned. So you have to be very careful while using your candle wax. So after doing that, I'm moving on to the next layer. So I want it to be full as possible as it can be, and at the same time I don't want a messy job. So right now after doing that, I moved in with my applique, so at the middle. So on this side I'm using apricot true. So it is on the other face that I'll be putting my letters on. So it's just a face. Okay. So this side is apricot true at the midpoint. So on the other face, I'll be using feathers first, then my lettering at the middle instead of the applique that I use at the other side. So I'll be using my letters instead to write the bride's surname, like the incoming the husband's name. So the husband's name happens to be Okpara Osha. Okpara Osha. Yeah, Okpara Osha. I think I'm right. So the name is quite long. I won't be placing it on a straight line. So I'm giving it a curve. So this is the technique I use. I used my biro to make a so I used my pen to make a sketch before gluing it down permanently so I can have the proper placement and the shape well aligned. So after which in which I went in to trim my feathers like the giving it a beautiful shape as it is now. So Viola, my hand fan is red. You can see the detailing. See how beautiful this is. So I hope you learn one or two from this tutorial. If you have watched to this level and are yet to subscribe to this channel, please kindly do so. On this channel, we don't get keep at all. Our videos are well detailed and informative. You can see how beautiful my bride is, and the hand fan looking so royal suits a beautiful bride, a beautiful hand fan for a beautiful bride. And by the way, I did her makeup. I tied her gele, and the Ashoke fabric as well is from hers. I'm your one-stop beauty plug. Trust me to deliver. We definitely hit on this look, no cap. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.